Welcome to the Trading Daddies podcast, hosted by yours truly, the Master Crayon Eater, and as always, my amazing co-host.
What's going on? Beautiful morning today, Saturday, and it's nice and sunny outside.
It is gorgeous. Here. It is gorgeous. We are blessed to have Mr. Ubay available for us today. We threw a feeler out there. Sorry, it was a last minute thing. We threw a feeler out there in the Discord. So we wanted to get people who are, ape strong up in this piece. Ape strong. So we wanted to get people up in this, and he was kind enough to respond. And now we're here. We get to know Mr. Ubay, and he's actually part of our Discord channel. So we're going to talk about his experiences so far, and that's pretty much it. If you guys want to know more about it, make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the post notification bell, give us a nice preemptive thumbs up if you guys like this content, so other people could definitely see this too. Drop down in the comment section below the stocks that you guys want us to cover for Daddy Bits,
or say hi.
Don't be shy. We don't take supply
or yee.
Or a nice little yee. So make sure you guys catch us after this banging new intro. Welcome to the Trading Daddies podcast, hosted by yours truly, the Master Crayon Eater, fresh from the crayon buffet. The purple crayons taste really delicious.
Yes, sir. Tastes like Ubay.
Tastes like Ubay. And as always, my amazing co-host,
Teflon John here.
Tefleezy Fosheezy. And speaking of Ubay, we have Mr. Ubay ready for to grace us with his presence and tell us about his experiences and get to know him. Mr. Ubay is a part of our Discord of the Trading Daddies channel, and we're here to highlight him and ask him certain trading questions, and we're gonna put him through this or that. That's gonna be fun. That's definitely gonna be fun. But before we get on to the fun, let's take a quick recap of our week. Let's start with Mr. Ubay. How did trading go for you?
Trading went really well for me this week, I must say.
Nice.
Hey, so are you a part of the AMC Ape Gang?
You know it. Ape strong, baby.
Hey, Nico. Hey, I know we're gonna skip right through it, but I know when you showed me that you have an AMC presentation, which is absurd. First of all, like that's crazy. Why would you have a PowerPoint presentation of AMC before we get into that? Because I just want to skip right through it. That kind of like, I was like, why? Why would you waste time? Okay. All right. But anyways, let's go back to AMC. No, it was not a good time for me. I did not have a good week with AMC.
But you could have a better time this week, John.
Well, maybe. Bro, come on, man. I only made $850 off of AMC going long and short.
Oh, well, I'm also short AMC.
You are, but God. Anyways, how was yours?
Should I have to tell you?
Oh my God.
This week was amazing for me. I actually got to certain levels that I previously were never there before. We're taking a little bit of a breather, but I will be presenting my bull case for AMC.
What bull case?
There's a bull case for AMC.
There's no bull case.
There's a bull case.
Oh my God.
And I'm going to present it in the most entertaining way.
Oh, fine. Okay. Well, anyways, Mr. Ubay. First of all, I just want to let you know, disregard whatever he says, okay? I just want to let you know, thank you for being here today. Thank you for
all good, man.
Spending time with us. Let's get right to it. A lot of people out there, we have plenty of listeners, viewers now, okay? And we're growing, right? And our community is just ever growing. I just want to let you know how what's your experience like? Like, tell us what's your experience like? And I know you're newer, right? When it comes to investing.
Or before we get into that, can you tell us like how did you find us to begin with? That's actually a very interesting question.
Yeah, no worries. My friend Dennis.
He's
the one that posted it, and I saw it and took a look at some of your clips, and then you guys were cracking me up. So started following you even more, and then got invited to the Discord, and then the free session, and then I really, with you guys, like the information that you put out during that free session, I learned a lot, and just want to learn more. And Dennis told me that it was only like 5% what you guys teach in the class. So I was like, wow, like that shined like a bright light right there, and what else I could do. So I just wanted to make more sound decisions.
Nice.
Wow.
You know what? My question is, like, why are people so scared about the stock market?
It's probably the fear of losing money. Like no one wants to lose money.
That's
And
true.
they're not really in control of the market, but the way that these apes are, man, they're taking control.
Wait, before we disclose your position, is it a small size, a medium size? Is it a big size? We're talking about your AMC position. Is it calls, shares?
I actually got shares in it. I bought it back when the hype was up. So yeah, I dipped a little bit. I bought some there. So just holding on, man. Holding
So
on for
you
dear
bought
life.
it. You bought it at the first pump like months ago.
Yeah.
January?
Yeah, and I was thinking about buying it back in like November, but I didn't.
What was
So-
it in November?
If we're gonna take, I don't know. In November it was like in the twos, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
What?
It was in the twos, dude.
What?
Two
It was in the twos. Like,
four
let's see.
somewhere.
So
you're an ape when the top of your watch list is AMC.
damn, back in November it was about $4 ish. That's cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, dirt.
AM cheap.
Yeah, AM cheap. AM cheap. Around those times, we were going through the September sell-off.
Mm.
No, November was the best month ever for me.
Well, November became the best month, but we were reeling from that September sell-off still.
I know, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Imagine
And
if you bought it in November.
but that wasn't even on the radar for us, though. You know what I mean?
And that's what we're here for, like we're here to find the next AMC.
Yeah.
and that's it's actually a very funny dynamic that we're looking at here. The reason why, right? The reason why there's a sudden surge in pricing for AMC is numerous factors. The first one is the reopening play, right? That's the biggest one.
You're telling me that since the economy's reopening, everyone's just going to go to the movies magically?
Well, you know what? At some point in the pandemic, we didn't believe that, but there's a demand. I want to go see. I want to go see my feature film, Fat 9, in the theaters.
Oh my god, that saga is like 30 years old, bro. They're still going.
They're still going, bro. All right. Where were you when the Fast and the Furious came out? The first one.
Me?
Yeah,
I was,
let's start with you.
I was in high school.
Yeah,
Just coming out. Yeah.
Wasn't it 2001?
2000. Yeah,
2000.
Their very first one, right?
very first
2001.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a junior in high school.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I was into cars before fixing that up too.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were completely a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, those were the days where you would wake up, like you would dream that your car goes.
Everyone got that Eclipse.
I think I watched that movie like 3-4 times in theaters.
Yeah, it was a dope film, dude. It was a dope film, and it was one of those things. It was one of those movies that you grew up watching.
Yeah.
Right, because you never watched those movies by yourself.
Yeah.
You always watch it with your boys.
friends.
Yeah, with your boys, right? Because it's like, oh crap, the new Fast and the Furious came out. When Tokyo Drift came out, we were all scratching our heads like, what is drifting? And then we were like, oh crap, look at that.
You better come up.
Where's Dom and Brian? Where's Dom and Brian?
What's even crazier? My kids watch it. They watch the cartoon on Netflix.
There's a cartoon on Netflix.
What?
Yeah, they got like a cartoon series on Netflix. And I was like, what? That's crazy. It's like Dominic Toretto's nephew or something like that.
What?
Okay, Drift?
Yeah. No, it's a cartoon.
It's just like a cartoon for it.
It's a spinoff of like the Toretto family.
Oh, okay.
The cartoon version.
That sounds interesting. I'm gonna take a peep into that.
No, that sounds like we're getting old.
Yeah.
Hey, hey.
Those were the heydays, though. They don't
Hey,
make cars like that no more.
no, they don't. They don't. They don't.
Or they
You know
don't
what's
soup them up
funny?
like that no more.
Yeah, they don't. You know, it's funny. Like, I mean, I live in the city, right? And I'm like Daly City adjacent. So there's still a lot of rice rockets out here. A lot. I could go down my block and I could see 3 or 4, like Rexes, like fixed up Rexes, right? Like to the T, like wings that would make you think they're gonna fly. And
you see the other one where they sit down and they use it like as a eating tray. They sit on the trunk part and then it's so high. Like a high chair for adults.
like a high chair for adults. Like you're going to Costco and that's the cart pushing. You're just eating there.
I gotta find that meme. I'll send it to you, bro.
And I still see it like from time to time, and I'm thinking to myself like, damn, if you really take a look at like your Teslas, right? You take a look at a Tesla. I mean, I just found out, like, I haven't really done much research into it, but come to find out that like the Model Y has like 400 plus horsepower.
A Model Y?
Yeah, a Model Y has 400 plus horsepower. On a factory built car, right? Pretty soon,
that's your base, right?
Pretty soon, like our kids or the generation after us will start racing electric cars.
Yeah, no, that's true. I can see
that's a true thing. That's a true thing. And what really made me realize that is I was driving, right, and I parked. So my daughter graduated from middle school, so we went to go see her on Thursday. I parked my car at the veranda. I saw this Model 3. Model 3 dumped, right? Dumped with with a rear bill applicator and TE37s. And I'm like, is that a thing? Like modifications on an electric car are a thing now? So I Googled because like I'm very interested about getting a Tesla myself. So I Googled like aftermarket parts for Tesla. There is a market for aftermarket parts for Tesla.
That's crazy.
So it's a thing. So I don't like what's next. Are they going to be able to like manipulate the software in order for them to turn on like speed boost to battery drain faster?
Probably, yeah. they got tunings or something like that.
Yeah. You know what this reminds me of, John?
What?
Or I'm not sure because you grew up here, right? Ubay?
Me? Yeah, I grew up here.
You grew up here.
Born and raised in the Bay.
Yeah. So I don't know if it was popular out here, but John, remember back then in like I think we were in high school, the Tamiya cars.
The little race ones?
The little race ones?
Yeah.
You guys ever, like when you could modify the hell out of it, and they're all like, come to think about it, they're all electric cars too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where you upgrade the motor and the gears and all that stuff. Yeah. And then you get the sponge tires.
Yup, the sponge. You have to get the sponge tires. You had to get the sponge tires, dude. Because I remember when I was growing up, like when I was in the Philippines, I was hot, right? I had a toolbox, and it had all my parts in there. All the different cases, all the shells. I watched the show, and I can't find that show anywhere.
I had a fishing tackle box.
Fishing tackle box
with all the parts and pieces.
All the parts,
yeah, because it was situational races, right? Because you have to make sure that if it's a straight shot and a very minimal turns, you could just go high gear. Yeah. But if it was like a track that had like different turns, like a lot more curves, you had to go with the slower motor because it will just fly off.
It would fly off, yeah.
Dude, I remember I love that stuff.
Yeah, those were the days. You're like you're a one-man pit crew.
You're a one-man pit crew. I had a cousin that would take out the motor and he would rewire the motor to make it faster.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Add more wiring. Crazy, dude. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. But let's get past that. What actually got you into trading? Even before your friends started trading, but what like initially, like what made you say, this could be something?
Yeah, years ago, probably like back in 2015, I was working at the cemetery, and then one of my managers was talking about stocks and stuff, and then I just got curious, and then I transferred some of my money from my 401k from my old job over to Scotch Trade at the time.
Yeah,
and then I messed around and I lost it all.
Damn.
I lost everything. So and then I kind of like laid off of that for a little bit, and then Robinhood came into about. My coworker introduced it to me.
Oh man,
I know how you feel about Robinhood.
Is that coworker? Is he still a friend?
Yeah, he's still a friend.
God,
he's not your friend.
It's like a dealer selling you bad weed.
Yeah, at that time I thought it was good. It was easy. It was easier than Scotch trade.
So lesson learned, right? When you're getting into the stock market with no, I don't want to say no financial background. You don't have to, right? You don't need to, but at least like do the basics, right?
Yeah, at least know the terminology.
Yeah, that's the hard part. And again, going back to my question, why are people so scared of the stock market, right? But at least you tried, because some people don't even look at it, or they don't even look into it, and that's the hard part. Because what we're trying to do here is, that's why we have the show, is we're really trying to break that wall between us retail traders, us apes, and these hedgies, right? The guys in the suits, right? And yeah, and for you and your experience, what made you like pursue it, after Robinhood?
Just the amount of money you could make, just
Pushing buttons.
To me, it's like roulette, bro.
Oh my god! Why would you compare it to roulette? That's my favorite game, man.
Yeah, I love roulette, dude. That's my favorite game too.
All right, Daddy Con, you're invited.
Say like you just put it on the right number, bro. That $1 could turn to $35.
One of us.
So what you're saying is put 800 on red, and then that 800 grew to like,
it'll be like 16. It'll double up.
No, not 16. We're talking about like 50,000.
Oh, you got to leave it on red.
Who did that?
I don't know.
$800 and made that money.
I don't know.
I don't know anybody who did that.
Like, we've been trading for side by side for a year now.
Oh,
and why didn't you tell me to put 800 on red and let it ride for a month?
Hold up. In fairness, didn't I talk about this months ago?
We covered it for a straight month.
We did cover it for a month, and I did tell you, hey,
bro, I call you at least like 20 times a day, and you did not mention. Oh, I forgot to tell you, put 800 on red.
No, I said, hey, I'm in. Don't judge me.
Don't judge me. And all we do is just throw jabs at each other, right? Every single day.
And so if you're curious how this whole process works, right? when one of us comes up with a cockamamie trade idea, it's a cockamamie trade idea. This is like a moonshot, like a throw a bone in type scenario. And I said, hey John, don't judge me. I'm in AMC. And he goes, oh, I am judging you.
I was completely wrong on that one.
He was judging, and then I'm like, "All right, bet. Let me hold on to this. Let me change my mask from Nico the day trader to a diamond-handed ape." So I put my mask on. So I've been wearing this mask this entire time.
Hey, I just want to let everyone know. Can you show our memes how it all came about?
That's part of the presentation.
Wow. You know what? Let's go see the presentation, because for our listeners and our viewers, if you guys are not part of the Discord community, me and Nico, we haven't been seeing eye to eye, because first of all, he doesn't even answer my FaceTimes. All these times that I've called him, he left me on voicemail. So please, I do want to see that presentation.
All right.
Go ahead. Present your AMC. Wow, this is professional. Go ahead.
This is professional.
Entertain
This is
me,
professional. Yeah. Let's
AMC.
start the saga.
Wow.
Welcome, guys, to the Trading Daddies presents the the saga. So one day I was telling John that, hey John, I'm in AMC. Don't judge me. Right. This was when I was having not such a good time with the market, and I was basically bag holding and like waiting for Palantir to pop, which is still a viable play. Don't get me wrong, it's still happening. So this is exactly the conversations that I had with John. It's like, John, I need to be disciplined with trading, right? And John, like, don't get us wrong, right? We throw jabs at each other, but the way that our relationship, we've been trading in the trenches for so long that if I tell him how I'm really feeling about the market, he's always very supportive with what I'm doing, and he always tells me like, hey, you should try to go a different route if you're feeling this way. It's never contentious. Like, hey, don't do that, dumbass. It's never like that. It's always very supportive, right? It's always very supportive, which I can't ask for anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
But I put on my mask that day, so I said, John, I need to be more disciplined with trading, and he goes, yeah, you need to de-lever. You're over leveraged right now, right? Take your emotions out of it and de-lever. All right, cool. I'm gonna de-lever. I'm gonna keep my Palantir trade because that's primarily 80% of my portfolio.
Yeah. And
take the other 20% that I always keep as cash anyways.
Yeah.
And hold and try to see if there's any value that I saw. But I saw value in AMC, so I bought more and I maxed out my margin.
Wow.
You really maxed out your margin?
Hey, you know what? It's either you go ham or eat spam.
I thought it was a day one class and don't use your margin.
No. There's days where I go ham and not eat spam.
That's why we have this presentation, bro. Like
so let's take a look
it's
at the next
one. I'm with you, bro. I use my margin on Robinhood too.
There you go. So this is like John calling, right? Because this is the day that AMC started popping. John keeps calling, right? And I'm like, and the thing is, like, I just started a new job, so I'm in training, right? It's not like I deliberately ignore his calls. It just became super funny that he kept calling me, and I'm training. And when John calls me, right? When John calls me, he always said, like, when John calls me and I'm busy, right? I send him a picture of what I'm doing. Like, I send him a picture that I'm on a Zoom, like I'm on a WebEx call for work. So he keeps calling because I'm looking at AMC and it's mooning and it's like hitting like 20, 25, 20, 27.
This meme came out when it hit 35.
35, yeah, right?
I remember this.
35.
You know what's more hilarious? Someone found that shirt on our Discord chat group.
Where? I need to get it.
You need to get. Oh, you know what?
It's on Amazon.
Yeah, Multinismo found it. Multinismo found it.
Yeah,
it's on
that's
there somewhere.
Found it. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll ask him.
So he keeps calling me. So what I did was I said, you know what? This is gonna be funny in the future. I'm gonna start making memes out of this. I'm gonna continue the memes because it's gonna get funnier and funnier as it goes. So I kept on making memes. So this is the second one. I kept ignoring his calls. Like, God, don't, I'm working.
That looks like an obituary, bro. Like someone died.
I finally answer his call, right? I finally answer his call because I had a break in my training. And this is exactly his face. Like, dude, take profits now. Take profits now.
Okay. Do you want to hear my side of the story?
No, please do.
You went from 800 shares at 11 to 35. Okay.
Not yet. Here.
I know. At that time, we're talking about at this time right here. So if you do the math, okay, at 35, your profit was 20 grand.
Yeah.
And this was only a span of a week. And I was like, who makes 20 grand in a week, bro? Come on. I mean, there's people out there, but come on.
No. That's very fair.
Go on.
So John always touts this, and we always talk about this too. When you see profit, take it. Right?
Take it, bro.
Manage your risk, right? That's true with everything that you do. You manage your risk. But at this moment in time, I was still holding on to my calls.
I know.
And the reason why I'm holding on to the calls because I got the calls for 99 cents a piece.
I know they were so cheap. Thanks for
they were dirt cheap. And I've been bag holding it for a while because I bought them originally at $2.15. I bought 3 calls.
I remember that.
I got him at $2.15. And that's when he started. That's what I said in the text message. Like, he was like, I'm judging you. And then I kept doubling down to where it got to 99 cents.
And at that point, this was me, like that SpongeBob meme. I told you so.
Yeah, he was like, all right, dude, I'm telling you that you need to de-lever and get rid of those calls. And I said, John, just wait. There's more, right? When this meme happened, I'm still holding on to my shares. And you know what? I doubled down, holding on my calls. So I doubled down even more and I exercised my calls.
So you bought the shares, right?
So I ended up buying the shares because I had enough equity in my call,
which
in my
made
options.
perfect sense.
Yeah, because I didn't want to hold on to the theta.
That was a very beautiful move. Yeah,
and it gets better, guys. It gets better. So,
thanks. That was me. Seriously, I was just like, man, come on, man.
Because we're getting hyped, and the only way that I could actually communicate while I'm trading is I'm typing. So I have two computers set up. I'm typing on my normal trading computer, and then John, while this is happening, I'm typing, and he was like, "Dude, I see you're typing."
That's a shot right there.
It's so good. It's so good. You know, like, this gets better. This gets better. The next day,
I remember this. That was when AMC dropped.
It dropped, right? It dropped.
Yeah.
That next day, it was like, it's done. Squeeze is over, guys.
That was the day when it dropped
to like 38.
40%.
36.
36. Okay.
Yeah.
From what was it, 60 something to like 36,
65.
65. Yeah.
36.77 on the dot. I remember it.
72. 72 dipped all the way to 36. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm calling him now.
I got
John.
You know what? Here, hear me out. I've been texting you. I told you so many times, bro. I just want to let you know that day alone, I've never seen a move like that. Where it dipped that much and it came back up. And I was like, wow, what the hell? The balls, man. The balls.
So and for just full disclosure, my Palantir position is heavily margin because that's where I got it like a long time ago. Yeah. So when Palantir dips, my margin, I get into a margin call magically. No matter how high my AMC position is, I'm getting a margin call because of Palantir.
Yeah.
So when AMC starts dipping, I'm calling John and he's not answering this time. Like, he's not answering now. He's getting revenge. He's getting revenge on me. He's not answering anymore. And I'm like, you know what? I deserve this. I deserve it for ignoring your calls. I get it, brother. I get it. It makes sense. I'm not going to fault you for it.
Yes, sir.
I'm not one to throw salt on the wound. And I know exactly what you do sometimes when you don't answer my calls. This is you. This is literally you.
And you know what?
Yeah.
You know what's funny is because I was super quiet that day, and I was like, the chat room was very quiet. I was not on fire that day. I was like
nobody was talking. We were really like down in the dumps that day. We were like down. That was the same day that you texted me, Ubay, and you were like, "Hey, what's the plan?" I'm like, I'm holding. Watch these levels. I'm holding, right? And he was like, I'm riding with you. And I'm like, all right, cool. Let's go. We're riding together. Let's go.
I was scared too. I was like, oh shit, he didn't respond.
You didn't respond?
Yeah. Or I was waiting for him to be like, I was waiting for Nico to be like, all right, dump it, but he didn't. So I was like, all right, shit, fuck it, we just keep going, dude.
And I did say I'll tell you when I'm ready to leave.
Yeah.
Like I'll send you a warning right before I'm about to cut the shares.
Yeah.
This is what happened when it spiked.
I love this timeline, by the way.
This is the best timeline, dude. This is the absolute best timeline. And
where's the audio?
There's no audio?
No,
there's audio.
There's no audio? There has to be audio. Oh, I don't know. The presentation may have not had audio, but if you guys are interested,
It's
the
in the
song
Discord.
playing. It's in the Discord. The song playing is Miguel's shirt thing. It's that meme from TikTok.
Even when the sky is falling, even when the sun don't shine.
And the funny thing is, I didn't even know that he took the trade. He tells me that he takes the trade later after he sells it, and I'm like, dude, why didn't you hold? Well, I took profit. All right, cool. That's respectable. I get it. That's fine. You took profit. That's amazing. Thanks for taking profit. And then he sends me this, and I'm like, what, bro?
Bro, all right. So I made 700 off of a long, okay, off of AMC, and I took it. You know, that was a huge mistake because that one long could have been at least about 20 grand in profit.
Mm-hmm.
But I only made 700. It was. I'm so. This video right here for the viewers, this is an exact representation of how I felt yesterday after the market closed Friday, 2 p.m. Mountain time over here, and I was like, you know what? I am so depressed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that felt that way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I, when I was in the kitchen, I was just looking at that big, half, empty margarita mix bottle. Well, let's just
Which is delicious, by the way. Is that Costco?
Yeah, Kirkland.
Oh, Costco.
I respect it.
Thank you for this saga.
There's more. There's more.
Oh, there's more? Oh.
So we're now at the phase where
I'm laugh too, dude.
I'm legitimately just trolling him at this point because he was like, "Hey, what are you in?" Like he texts me like from time to time. He checks in on how I'm doing, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm in Apple. I ran an errand today. It sucks because it dipped on me. I'm back to where I bought it. It's annoying. I should have sold it at the top. I was watching it, and then it gave me another opportunity to sell, so I sold it. It was a wonderful trade, really. It was an amazing trade, just for a quick hit.
All right. My little comment on that one: you are so savage that you picked a 4-hour expiration, same day. 4-hour expiration. So you wanted to move Apple within an hour, like at least 1%, right?
Which is super cheap. My risk was $100
and super risky.
Yeah, $100.
Wow, savage.
Bucks. Those 0-day expiration trades are legitimately clutch sometimes. Because if you're trying to just squeeze a little bit of profit out, there's ways for you to do it.
It's like you're risking 99% of your money.
Well, yeah, it was only $100.
Jesus.
So I keep telling him, like, dude, I'm about to sell it. I was like, you're finally selling AMC? No. It's so good. It's so good. This is very true, though. This is very true because the more attendees that I make, and the more time he calls me and tells me that I need to sell, I'm ignoring his calls now.
All right.
I'm in full troll mode, guys. I'm in full troll mode at this point.
I like that one too.
So the other day when I saw AMC dipping a little bit, there's a plan, right? There's a plan. The reason why I'm holding on to my shares is because I'm trying to find a way to hold on to them if there is any type of volatility, as John would like to say. If there's any volatility, I can make some money while it trades sideways, right? And this is the best way to do is to do covered calls. Move. Yeah. So I opened up a 95 covered call that expired yesterday, and I made a good 25, yeah, $2,500 profit. So that means that my original $800 investment into the whole trade is already free and covered.
Yeah.
Right. So this is all pure profit for me now. So I can't it's hard for me to let go of it now. You know what I mean? Because I got to
just keep selling covered calls, yeah.
And I'm just going to keep selling covered calls as long as it doesn't break the the 36 mark.
Yeah.
Ultimately, if this breaks the 36 mark, I'm out because I've already more than doubled my cash at that point.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? So what I did yesterday was I don't see this. I see consolidation. We saw that chart that I drew out on the other day. There's a wedge that formed. And the wedge will probably break out by the 10th or before the 10th. And if that wedge is true, then that's that consolidation. I'm willing to hold on to more covered calls that way. So what I did yesterday is I sold more of them and I took another $4,000 in profit for the 120.
There's a 120 call now?
Dude, there's 145s now.
Damn.
What?
There's 145s.
That's crazy.
What expiration?
2 weeks.
You basically sold someone the dream.
I like selling dreams. I like selling dreams because those dreams turn into nightmares.
That's a waste of money for them.
Well, it's not a waste of money for me.
No, because you're the one who's selling it.
I feel like Rick James.
Yeah. Solid move.
That's how it feels like. So as this consolidates, I do have a plan for them. If it hits 120, I'm ready to let go at 120. Let me collect my profits at 120. Right?
Oh, so okay. We caught that on video. You just said you're going to collect profits at 120.
I said I'm ready to collect profits at 120.
Bro, that's a Model Y in cash.
Model Y, because I can afford it finally. No. That's the plan.
Would you start trimming at 120?
I would, actually, to be honest with you, I will actually start trimming. No, that's the plan. That's the plan. So I will start trimming at 120. So it hits 120, I'm selling 100 shares. It hits 200, I'm selling another 100. It hits 300, then I'm selling another 100. You know what I mean? So that's essentially where I would like to start letting go of these positions, and ultimately I'll leave maybe 100 shares just to run and see if it actually hits 100,000. Because if it hits 100,000,
you don't think it'll hit like GME numbers like 350, 450?
There's possible, and I'm gonna this is the bull case for it, right? This is the bull case for it. And this is the reason why I wanted to present this. So here we are, guys. We're discussing what the next short squeeze is. And
that's perfect, dude.
I like you really spent some good time on this one.
Well, no, it took 15 minutes. You know what took the most time?
It took a couple of weeks, really.
You know what? Yeah, definitely it took a couple of weeks for sure. You know what took more? You know, like that 15 minutes that you told me from the moment that you texted me this morning, like, hey, compile all the memes. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what? Like, it took me the longest. What took me the longest is this. This took 7 minutes of all of it.
Looks really good though.
This took 7 minutes of all of it. So, and I'm going to show a video for you guys. And this is my bull case, John. I want to share you guys what happened yesterday on CNBC that makes me feel very bullish about this week. Right? Let's play it.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear it?
Mm-mm.
No audio.
You guys can't hear it?
No.
Interesting. Let's see.
It's all right. We'll keep watching it. Yeah.
But you know what? Let me try to see if I could do closed captions on it.
You can just edit it and add the sound later.
Mm-hmm. You guys see that? You guys see that?
They admitted it.
You see her face. Look at her face. See that face? You see that face?
Yeah. Naked shorting.
Naked shorting.
See?
Naked shorting. I mean, dude. Dude. Look at that. Look at that.
Wearing pants.
Why would he readjust? Who readjusted the camera?
You see what I'm saying? So
That's
that
crazy.
right there is the bull case. The cat's out of the bag, John. There are naked shorts out there.
Well, I just want to let you know I get another opportunity this week for AMC. Okay, there's some capital freed up. Yes, I'll throw a bone at it.
Yay!
Really?
There will be another opportunity. I do see this consolidating.
Yeah, that's the reason why I'm doing the covered calls, because as it consolidates, we're going to find an equilibrium where buyers and sellers are going to find a proper price before it ultimately shoots back up.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I converted mine to shares, because I didn't want to hold on to that kind of volatility. Like, dude, implied volatility for these calls were like 400%.
Insane. When I shorted AMC, it was at 600%.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I didn't make money off of the short.
That's why you got crushed by the IV.
Yep.
Right. So when you're buying, when it's when you're buying calls and buying puts, when high implied volatility is involved, be prepared for that position to lose, because you are going to get crushed by the IV.
That's what happened to me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's the reason why you want to be able to hold on to your shares and just sell the calls, because ultimately that IV is going to go down, right? And if you would have bought it at a low IV, you're also betting that the implied volatility gets to a level where it's high, where you're selling at a higher profit, because that all plays into effect.
Yeah.
So that right there is my bull case.
So much to learn.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
There's someone else that did a DD on Reddit. I saw it last night, and they said once it hits a high peak like that, 10 days later, that's when it really skyrockets. It happened like 4 times, to the GME and to the AMC back in January, February, and this time as well. So yeah, so that's why they said your wedge fit perfectly with their DD, and I was like, I was just putting everything together, and I was like, oh shit, this shit's about to pop.
Yeah, it's ready. John's already looking at it.
I was looking into getting more options too, and I was like, man, this is expensive. It's not like
it is.
I was like, yeah, this is crazy. But I did the math. I was like, man, if I put 15 grand, I can make like 200,000.
All right.
I was like, I don't know.
Calm down now. Calm down. Calm down.
Let's go.
Calm down.
This is 15 grand.
Let's get into a quick this or that before we get into John's stock of the week.
All right. So actually, no. Let's get to
stock of the week first. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Because we're really crunching time right now. So what I wanted to talk about is super important. Okay, so we have another form of cyber attacks that happened recently. Okay, and no one is safe really here. Even the cows, right? And I'll get to it real quick. The food systems. Vulnerability to digital threats, especially as internet technology, becomes more complicated. Technology itself is moving faster than we could keep up. Really, it's somewhat very alarming that these cyber attacks are happening more frequently now, and I think this is a way for like cyber criminals to extract more Bitcoin. Right? I was because recently we had the Colonial Pipeline hacking, right? And then these guys were paid off with crypto, right? With Bitcoin. And then it's funny because that crashed the cryptocurrency market. It went from when was it? Didn't it go from 50 to like 30 something?
We saw it at 70.
No, we're talking about Bitcoin.
Bitcoin,
yeah.
When the Colonial Pipeline hacking happened,
50,
because they were paid off $5 million, right,
or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
It dropped like 30.
I was reading an article when it mentioned that the agricultural industry is lagging when it comes to cybersecurity, and they were an easy target, right? Who would have thought that hacking a cattle processing industry would have an effect in America, right? And the recent cyber attacks that disrupted JBS, okay, which controls nearly a quarter of America's cattle processing. And why do we care? Because meat prices, if you guys looked into it, I mean, I eat a lot of steak, I eat a lot of tri-tip, meat prices has gone up And this week alone, because of the recent hacking, and same with gas prices, same with inflation. Though let's not even talk about inflation, right? This brings to my attention, and I want to talk about CrowdStrike. Okay, ticker symbol CRWD. Okay, and it's super important to remember that CrowdStrike Holdings is an American cyber security technology company. It's based in California, Sunnyvale, really, and it provides cloud security, threat intelligence, and cyber attack response services. Okay, and the company has been involved in investigations and several like high profile cases, like for example, the hacks with the DNC back in 2016. They were actually a part of that, and they accused the Russians to be involved in this one, right? The company was founded in 2011, and one of the biggest backers is Google. Obviously, if you're a search engine company and you're basically one of the leaders of the internet, why not, right? Why not invest in a company that protects the internet? Okay. Some notable history and investigations. They helped investigate the DNC, and again, they were pointing fingers at Russian intelligence services back in 2016, 2017. Other notables that you guys want to look into this is Mama Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi
invested $1 million when CrowdStrike. This was back in September. Okay, and we covered this I think a few times in our pods. And she invested.
I want to know who her broker is.
I want to know who's trading her account. It's probably her grandson or something, like one of the apes.
You think her AMC position is sizable?
Who knows? She probably has AMC. But she invested $1 million back in September, and you know what her average is? 129 per share.
Damn.
So
like mid September.
September. Some technicals right now. CrowdStrike, ticker symbol CRWD, is currently a $46 billion in market cap. It is in the IT sector and the software industry. 52-week low is 88.87, and then 52-week high is 251.28. And currently it's trading at what? Let's see.
206.94.
206.94. So Mama Pelosi is almost up, $100. Give or take, like give it, 20 more points. She'll be up 100 points, and her, $1 million investment would be up $100 a share. Does that make sense? Crazy. All right. I like the stock, and I think it's the leader of its industry, and I will look into investing in a long position. It's not financial advice, but look into it, because I do think that there's going to be more cyber attacks. And you got to remember, Putin and Biden, they're going to meet June 16th, and I wouldn't be surprised if they bring up this whole attacks.
I want to talk to him. I want to talk to him and pitch him my idea for that French fry place that we were talking about.
Who, Putin?
Yeah.
What is it?
That
Remind
remember that it was the French fry spot where it's like old Russian theme, like Eastern European theme, but they sell poutine and call it Putin's.
I can't, bro. Like you gotta trademark your business ideas.
Now, can you imagine that? Like Putin's, but they actually sell poutine.
I cannot, bro. Like to this day, I want to see D. If you're watching this, I want to see you in Idaho with a rice baby truck. Because there ain't no Chinese restaurants out here, bro. Like
for real?
Express.
There's a Chinese restaurant, and there's John told me that there's a Thai restaurant, but then they have a certificate from their town that says this is the best Chinese spot that you can get, but it's a Thai restaurant.
I'm gonna take a picture of it and show everyone. I kid you not. And I was looking at it, I was like, what the like
I would have also accepted this is the best Oriental restaurant.
that would have been better.
That would have been fine. That would have been fine.
But
But
it
the
clearly
best
said
Chinese restaurant when it's a Thai
Best
restaurant.
Chinese in town. I was like, what?
That's
On
crazy.
the sign outside it clearly says Thai food. Come on, man.
Let's do a quick this or that before we head out.
All right. So, well, I just want to let you know we've done this with every guest on our show. We're basically going to ask you, fire questions, right? A set of 21 questions. It's pretty quick. It's either you pick A or B, and then we're just probably going to be confused if you pick a certain answer. Okay.
Oh man,
Are you ready?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm on the hot seat.
Nobody's ever ready.
Just fire answer. Okay. Let's get right to it. Sushi or ramen?
Sushi.
Indica or sativa?
Indica.
Star Wars or Marvel?
Star Wars.
Hands or feet?
Hands.
Took you so long, man.
Oh,
Netflix,
Loaded question.
Netflix or Disney Plus?
oh man. I like Disney.
Yeah. Herpes or crabs?
What the? Neither, dude.
What?
You have to answer. You have to get one. You have to get one. If you were in a position where you get to choose, but you have to choose one, which one would it be?
Oh man, I don't know, dude.
I go temporary with the crabs. I just want to let you know that's where I'm at.
Just pick one.
I like to eat crabs though. I'll go with the crabs.
What? Mercedes-Benz or BMW?
Oh, that's a good one. Probably BMW.
Okay, me too. Flights or road trips?
Depending where. I'll probably take a flight.
Okay. Swing or day trading?
Swing.
Oh, okay. Hookers or blow?
I have never either, bro.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting.
Are you a saint? You don't want to pick one?
This is very interesting.
Probably blow. Just go with the
There you go.
Temporary.
All right.
Always temporary.
Always temporary, right? Because it reverts back to that question: herps or crabs, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Because if you take the permanent solution, you never know. You might actually get the herpes.
blow.
Yeah,
You got a good point.
there's always a domino effect to that.
Right.
There's always a domino effect.
Hip hop or EDM?
Hip hop.
Heroin or ecstasy?
Ecstasy.
Ghosted or catfished?
Ghosted.
Wow. Growth or value stocks?
Growth.
Yeah.
Why are you cheering? You don't even
Because-
invest.
Yeah, because value stocks are
Boomers.
yeah.
Swinging or scalping?
I like to try scalping, but swinging probably.
Okay. Camping or beach?
Beach. I never been camping.
Okay.
I'm not a camper. I don't like camping either. Like
Yeah.
camping to me is a hotel room. That's good enough.
Well, you probably answered this one already. Craps or roulette?
Roulette.
Okay. Pink or
Oh,
the
actually,
stink?
I like craps too, bro.
I love
Hey,
crabs.
Daddy Con.
That's nice.
Daddy Con 2021.
I love crabs.
Let's do it.
You and D are already like invited. Okay.
Yeah.
Pink or the stink?
Pink.
All right.
You can have both, man. Samsung or Apple?
Samsung.
Okay. Bitcoin or Dogecoin?
Oh. Probably Doge, bro.
Man, savage.
Doge.
Hulk or Thor?
Damn. Thor. You got the hammer.
Last question: options or shares?
Shares.
There you go. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being in the hot seat. We do appreciate that. Any before we head out, any final trades around the horn? Let's start with you, Ruel. What are you looking forward to this coming upcoming trading week, and what are your personal plays?
AMC for sure. That's number one.
Yes.
Can't wait to
Yes.
see what happens with that.
Yes.
But BlackBerry, I like BlackBerry.
You know
I think
what?
that has a lot of potential too.
I was looking at BlackBerry, and it actually looks good.
Yeah. The Palantir, I like that one. I kept the 10 contracts that I purchased
There you go.
yesterday.
Ooh.
I was gonna cut it, but I was like, I'll let it ride, dude. I got 2 weeks on it.
I have can I interject real quick here? There are rumblings. Actually, no, they're not rumblings. They're actually legitimately already in the filing that the Russell 3000 is going to do a shift and a rebalancing of their portfolio. And the Palantir is actually named as one of the stocks that are going in to the Russell 3000.
Damn.
Remember,
When is that supposed to
remember we spoke about it. Was it
Close
last
too.
week or 2 weeks ago?
Close is going to get in there.
Yeah. So whenever a stock like that gets rebalanced or get introduced to an ETF market, just be prepared. It's going to be volatile, and most likely there's more upside because funds are forced to buy more stocks of that company. So,
and there's also rumors that Palantir is going to be included in the QQQ by the end of the year.
That one is big news. That's the one that I'm waiting for personally.
So if you're not accumulating, you're not planning properly. So I would definitely accumulate for all those who listen and ask us why we're so bullish on Palantir, because there's so much upside here.
That's going to be a huge move.
So much upside.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it. Close. So some of them. Disney I was looking into because it's pretty low, and that's why I had a question where it was just like a whole bunch of like dashes. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen the chart for Disney?
Just a quick look. Whole lot of dashes for the day.
Oh, you know what? I think I remember you asking that. I think it was just a glitch on the app itself.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, I remember you asking that. Yeah.
What does this mean?
Yeah,
I actually like that chart. Dude, we're gonna cover that in Daddy Bits, but on the daily chart there is a there's a Morningstar doji that formed and it broke the EMA 9, and then it's testing the 20. So I think Disney has some. We're gonna cover this in Daddy Bits. Thanks for bringing that up.
No problem.
John, what trades for the week?
So I'm into skills, SKLZ. Currently have a nice size position on that one. I think I'm currently down on it. I'm not worried because it's trending nicely, and I do think that we can swing this one on the upside. And I started a position yesterday with FSR Fisker because I saw unusual activity in this one expiration. Was it July? No, was it June?
17.5 strike.
Actually, July 16. Yeah. July 16, 17.5. That's my position right there. And a little disclaimer, you don't have to follow this one. Not financial advice, but it had huge volume. And the chart itself, it looks nice because Tesla might be on a rebound. EVs might carry it up. So obviously, I'm going to look into AMC as well, maybe throw a bone at it. And I did add Palantir. I added 5 more contracts, and I added 100 shares.
Nice. For me, I'm still trying to see where this AMC takes us. I did start a position with Fisker yesterday, so John and I are actually in the same exact calls. What's funny, sometimes when John tells me a trade idea and I like it, we end up getting the same exact strike and we get the same exact expiration date without even discussing it. It just happens.
That was pretty cool.
It just happens. So we're exactly in the same exact calls. Interestingly enough, right, there has been rumors that Apple will be tapping FSR for their Apple Card.
Yeah.
And guess what's happening on Monday? Apple is announcing some products. So if
Stop.
hey,
Stop, man. FSR to 100. Stop.
Hey, let's just say that they do announce something along the lines of an Apple EV car, expect FSR to kind of pump too, because that rumor is definitely true. Oh my god, that's so funny. So that's also the play that we're looking at. I'm still waiting for these covered calls to mature. What else am I in? That's it. 80-20 or 20 or 10 or 100%. 100% meme stocks. Thank you, Ruel, for joining us today. We really do appreciate it. We hope to get you back on the show. You know what we should do? We should get you and D on the same episode.
Let's do it.
UD.
It's
Maybe
gonna be
and J.
We're gonna title that episode "Degenerate Circle."
Yeah, the degenerate the degenerate chambers. We'll get that going. Thank you. Do you want to plug in your social media real quick?
No, not really. I don't really go on there as much.
Cool. Definitely. So thanks again for hopping in. For those that don't know, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit that post notification bell, give us a nice preemptive thumbs up if you guys like this content. Comment down in the section below the stocks you guys want us to cover for Daddy Bits. And if you haven't yet, make sure you guys follow us on all our social media. Follow me at Trading Poppy. Follow John at John C Trades. Follow us both at Trading Daddies, tradingdaddies.com for all your news, your merch. Robinhood sucks. It's still 15% off your entire purchase. And if you haven't yet, make sure you guys hit up our friends over at Bust Down Investments if you want to learn how to trade. New trader, old trader, just want to brush up on some skills. We definitely have some information for you guys to get in and learn from some of us, and we're building out that community quite strongly too. So hit up Jay over at Bust Down Investments if you guys are interested. Also, we have a free seminar going on Wednesdays if you guys want to learn more about what we do on there. So make sure that you guys hit us up, slide in our DM so we can give you guys that invite. With that being said, let's get trading.